Hello guys, welcome back to another video, my YouTube video episode, whereby I'll be showing you how I built this beautiful and functional banking website. It's also going to be built with no code because everything has been done. All you just need to do is to see how I'm going to install this beautiful site. As you can see, it's a very nice, simple banking website that is designed with a very nice, simple features that still covers everything. You can see this is the home page. That's the home page, then personal, ultimate checking, all savings and all that. It has everything a normal banking should have and all the like. So let me go into it and show you the features we are going to cover in this banking platform. So this particular system makes use of account ID and password for you to log in into your user dashboard. So it's already here. So let's just log it in. So it has a pin. It has a panel for you to type in your pin and it automatically randomizes it once you are typing, which is right here. And voila, we are in our dashboard right now. As you can see, this is the dashboard. It's a very user-friendly dashboard that has everything we need. This is where we see our balance. This is where we see our loan, our standing loan that we are supposed to pay that we've collected. This is where we see a pending transaction, probably outgoing or ingoing. This indicates that your account is active, and it indicates that your account is active, and then you have this account limits whereby you can see your account limit, then you see your recent transaction, you see your last login pin, and all this thing is going to be covered in the full video. I just want to introduce you to what we are going to be achieving. So we have our online deposit whereby you can make use of crypto. So if you put in your own, you select which of the crypto payments you want to make use of, which is Bitcoin or USD. The user can copy the wallet address there, then they will upload the files to confirm the deposit. So it has demonstrative transfer, whereby you can make domestic transaction, transfer, and that. So it has wire transfer also, as virtual card, whereby you can generate a virtual card for yourself, and it has loan, so you can request for loan and extend, and the loan will indicate that your loan submitted, kindly wait for approval. So then that's that. So you can go back to your dashboard or move on to our transaction log, whereby you can track all our debit credit transaction, our wire transaction, domestic transaction, loan transaction, and other. Everything will be covered in the full video. So it has a account manager. This is a very beautiful website, but let's don't waste time on it and just jump into how we are going to start building the website, and then you can cover all the features and everything about this particular website. Follow me as we go. Okay, welcome back guys. Let's get started. So as we all know, if you want to actually set up a website, you need to house it. So that means that you need to have a hosting whereby you are going to have all your website file, and then you need to have a domain name where it's going to direct them to your website. So mainly you need to be able to use different hosting platform out there, but I often like to use Namecheap for this tutorial. I'll be using Namecheap for this tutorial. So Namecheap is one of the best hosting platform out there. They provide a very great support, and yeah, it's quite good. So let's not do much on that. So I assume by now you already know how to obtain your domain, obtain your hosting and domain, and you know how to set that up. But if you, in case you don't know, let me know in the comment section. I will make a special video for that. But for now, let's jump into it. So if you want to So let's start. So now you are just going to go into our cPanel. So once you probably, let's say you're using Namecheap, for you to access your cPanel, just go to your primary domain, which you have to connect to your hosting when you're buying it. So you're able to see this. So you ask you to go to cPanel, but I'm already open my cPanel. I already open my cPanel right here. So we are on your cPanel. So we will go to file manager. So once we're in the file manager, we need to locate our file for the domain. So I'll be using subdomain for this tutorial, but in case you are using a primary domain for the first time, you have to locate this public underscore HTML. So this is where your primary domain file will be stored. So this is where you are going to be installing your website. So, but I already have a website on this my primary domain, so I can't make use of it. So I have to make use of my subdomain, which is going to be right here. So bank.bimatransact.com.online rather. So we don't need all this. So this comes with setting up the domain. So let's check our domain first to see how it looks right now that we haven't installed anything there. You can see it's just the files that I have here that is showing. So there's nothing on my website right now, so we need to start building something on it. So we get rid of this, select all, then delete. So now alright, so now we upload our website, which is going to be the script you are going to be using to build this website. So I'm to upload. So we can easily drag the file here. So let me go and locate the file. Okay, so this is the file here. This is the file we are going to be using. So we drag it here and we let it upload. Okay, so the upload is complete. So we come back here and we reload. So then we unzip. So after that is done, so we are going to now, so this is good now. So let's get rid of this because I would advise you always delete the zip file whenever you finish extracting it because it tends to slow your website down. So just delete. So that's good. So after that, we come here and create our database. So you can easily just come here and just type database. So you see my SQL database wizard. So then we come here and give our database name. So we can come up with DNK. Okay, don't worry. Bank Gima KK. So alright, so just copy this, paste it here, then copy this, then paste it here, then paste it here. So I think we're good. So create user, then all privilege, then next. I think our database is created now. So then we come back here. So let's close this. So you come back here, we come to include. Alright. No, so come back. So we come to include, then we come to config.php. So we edit. So once we are here, so this is where we are going to be putting our database we created. So we can change the title here to what we like. So just leave that. Let's use demo. So we use, well, let's just don't bother ourselves with this yet. We paste in our DB that we created here, here, and here. So yeah, so this is good like this. So admin, so let's quickly edit this. Alright, so this is all good right now. So everything is in order. So let's go. Let's save change. Then remove, close. So let's quickly set up an email. Right there, come back here. Let's quickly set up an email for our website. So we'll come back to come to email accounts. Then we'll create. Select our domain, which is going to be this. So let's do admin. So then we create alright, so our email is good. So alright, let's just use something like this. Bima bank dot bima 12. Let's just check on today. So I think this is good. Copy it down. So then let's create. Just close. So then we come back to our SMTP here and we edit. Alright, so we can edit this and put this right here. Then we can put our password. So sorry. Quickly get the password right here. So I think everything is okay. Everything else is in order. Let's change this email sent from. Okay. And then so so I think this is okay, right? So let's save. So let's close this and then let's go to our website and see if it's everything. Oh, sorry, one last thing. Alright, so the next thing now, we need to import our database because this particular website now we have a pre-packaged database that we are going to use. So we come down here to see panel. So we locate our PHP admin. So just type PHP. So this right here, you locate it. Then to bring the list of the database. So let's locate the database we create. So I think this is this here. So bank bima db. So then we import. There's nothing here in our database, so we need to import database so that our website can function. So we import, click on import, then we go and select the file for the database. from here. So we open the database. So the database is going to be packaged with the scripts in case you're interested. So the imports, we've imports all our database. So everything is good. Option, I need to do something here. Okay, this doesn't come with option. Right. So now let's go back to yeah. We will now test our websites and see if everything is good. Alright, everything is okay. Everything is in order. So this is our landing page right here. So everything is in order. So we need to change some things right here. So I'm going to come here to so now because we import the database, the login is already the admin and the first user is already pre-done for us. Though you can easily come here and try to create accounts if you want to, or have your user create account. So you create a new account right here. So then you fill it on the form, but we already have an account, so we don't want to go through all those stress. So we will go back to our home page. Then we come back to our home page, then we log in. So now, so we are going to be using. So first of all, let's go to the admin login page. So the admin login page is going to be /admin/login.php. So then come to the admin login page. So here's the admin login page. So for that in the installation guide, the details is here for us to make use of. So the login details is here. So here's the login details. Copy, paste, then copy, then paste. So let's log in. Alright, so we are in the admin dashboard. So let me just show you what's happening here. So here's the dashboard right here. So the dashboard shows the user statistics. So we have number of user. I told you the database come with one user and one admin. So we already have one user here. So this is where the total amount of wired is, then the total amount of deposits in case the user has to make use of the deposits. This shows the number of visitors on the website, so both the direct and the organic. So someone that you provide a link for and people that provide that goes from the web or browser to check your statistics, to check your website. So that's by the way. So we come down to the user. So these are where you manage all the user. So you will see all the users. So this is the only user we have right here. So you need this account. So we are going to be logging into the user account very soon. So this is where the user is. So if you want to create a new account for the user, you can do that right here. So you might not people might not be able, you might not want people to register directly. So you might be the one to create the account, and you can determine the balance they have and the code and the passcode, the IMF, their PIN, account manager number, and everything. You can determine everything right here. So then if you want to issue a debit card, so This is where you select. Okay, this if you want to debit user or credit user, in case you want to debit them with their money, so you can select the user here, then input the amount of money you want to debit. You want to debit or credit the user, the date of the transaction, you want to put the from, where the money is coming from, then the description and the time. Then you can either debit the other credit or debit the user. So then if you want to wire transfer user, if you want to send the wire transfer to the user from here, you can do that also, so whereby the wire transfer will be received. So you can see all that. So now let's come to the transaction. This is when you want to monitor the list of transactions. The debit credit transaction is going to be here. So the debit credit transaction is going to be here. The transaction, the withdrawal transaction, the money that has been withdrawn from the account, you see it here. The wire transaction, the number of wire transactions that have been made will be here. Then the crypto transaction, because it has the crypto features whereby you can make a crypto transaction. You see the wallet address, you see the name, you see everything. Then the domestic transfer also, you see the domestic transfer that has been shared. You can either determine whether which is domestic, you can determine whether you want to accept, you want to hold, or you want to decline, or you want to delete the whole thing entirely. So this is right there. So for the loan request, so you have a loan request so that have been processing. So you can choose the loan request, what to do. So is either you want to accept the loan. If you want to accept the loan, you can just determine whether the loan is accepted, hold, or decline. So if the loan is accepted, you can just copy this and paste it here. So once you paste it here and you submit, so it will message the client that this is the message the client will receive because it's already pre-done for you. So that's that. So for the card, so you can see the virtual card that has been generated by clients. So you can see right here. So these are the cards that are generated. You see the card details and all that right here. So the card determined. So then we come to the settings. So for settings, you said it will be on admin profile, so you can edit the name, so leave that. So you can change the email of the admin profile because it's this email that is right here you'll be using to log into your admin page. So let's change the email right here. Let's change the email. Let's change it to this so that we can use it to log in. So let's change it to this. Sorry. So let's change it to this. We'll save. Still working. It's quite tricky. I have to be honest with you. So I think if first do the save here, then save here. That's when it's now you are approved. So if you want to change the password, this is where you can change the password also. So let's try to change the password here. So the password is 1 2 3 4. Let's get the password right here. The password is here. So you can put another password. User 1 2 3 4. User 1 2 3 4. So here's the password. So you can change the password. So the password has been changed. So I think we are done here. So you can come back, and if you want to set up your deposit method, you can set it up. So update. Sorry, just need to fix this. Okay. Alright, so if you want to set up your crypto payment, so you can come here, add the crypto. So then you come to this is when you want to set your crypto commerce. So you set it, you put your crypto name, then you put the wallet address, then you set it up. So you can edit. So anytime they initiate transfer, they will see the wallet address. and they can make the payment. So that's if you want to do a virtual, if you want to do deposit, if you want to do virtual deposit also. So you can put your account bank name, account number, routing number, account number, or switch code, then you save it. So anybody that wants to make transfer to your bank directly, they can make transfer for their deposits. Then the final one, the settings. So you can change the what's it called? The business logo right here. We are going to come to that. So the name. So let's change it to Bima Bank. So leave that. So change it. I'll change the phone number and change this bank email. Let's change it to so like this. So this is the minimum deposit, and let's make this 5 million maximum deposit, or 10 million of maximum deposit limit. So 500 to so for deposit. So then if you want to initiate, if you want to put in your Trello the charges that you want to be charging, you can include it for it. Then if you want your live chat to put it, so then we save update. So it didn't really work, so we try to do it again. So I think the save right here is going to work. Alright, so the save right here is going to keep it intact. So yeah, alright, that's good. So then we do the final save. So everything is good now. So I think this is the admin. This is the intro to the admin dashboard. So everything, the bank, to operate it is quite simple. So it's not complicated, but it comes with a lot of features. So right now, one of the benefits of the features is for you to enable transfer code. So you can come to all user right here. Then this is the user that you want to enable the transfer code for. So you click on it here. So you can easily make adjustments to the account number, select, change the kind of account they have. Let's change it to checking their date of birth, their email. So this email is what they use to collect the code and different phone number, the occupation. Then this right here, the COT, the IMF code, and the tax code. All these codes are transfer code that if you want to make a wire transfer that you'll be required to provide. So you'll be the one to set it for them. Once they set it for them, they have to reach out to you and request for each code so that it can work on their account. So let's say, so it's to come back. So yeah, so this is when you can indicate whether you want to make the account active or not. So if you want this account to be on hold or active, you can decide that, but it's active. If you want to make the billing code, so the billing code would be when you're making transfer. So if you want it to be active or not, you can do that. So it's going to be then the transfer code status if you want it to be active or not. So then the pin to log in. We haven't logged into the user side of things, so you understand the benefit of this pin. So if you want to change their password there, you can change their password if you know their current password. But you can see their current pin, so you can easily change the pin for them here. So in case they forget. Alright, so you can see this has changed. This has changed to Bima, so everything is good. Everything is good. Alright, so alright, I think now let's jump into the what's it called? The user side of things. So let's come back here. So come here. So we come here to log in as a user. So for the user, we come here, we copy the account number because you have to use the account ID to log in. So I think this is the same password as the user. So you click on it. So yeah, you see this So now he asks us for the pin. It was referring for this pin right here. So if you don't know this pin, you can't log in. So you have to provide the pin. So one, and this thing randomize the pin. So once you are pressing, you randomize the number. So two, three, and four. Then you submit. So this is a very good system. So now we are in the admin dash, we are in the user dashboard. You can see how beautiful it is. It's a very nice dashboard that it complements the whole system very well. So this is the balance. This balance was was created from the admin, so you can create different balance you like. So if you want to. So there is no pending loan. So this is the current loan that is on. So it's active. So the account limit is right here. So the transaction, then the IP of the person that is logged in will be shown here. So then we show you the last time the person logged in and the time. So if you want to make transfer, the message transfer and all that. So right here you can see the dashboard, that is the dashboard. If you want to make online deposits, you can do that. But I told you, that's a beautiful mobile responsiveness. So let's show you. So you can see. So the mobile responsiveness is beautiful. So you can see all the sidebar right here. So let's get into the features of the user dashboard. Let's say the user wants to make deposits online. You would like, I showed you, you would have set it up right here in your admin side, this deposit method. You can just come here and click on deposit method. So once you land here, so you can select the type of crypto name and the wallet. So you put it here. Once you put the name here, so let's say we put let's set up USDT. Then we put in the wallet address here. Let's just do something. So it's right here. So now we have to crypto address, so we can easily now come to the user place. Let's reload this page. Then we come to online deposit. So it brings us here, we input the amount of the transaction you want to make. Then we select, you can see the Bitcoin and the USDT. So if you select the Bitcoin, it will bring the address here and you can just copy it. So it's the address that is here. You can see it's RTKN. So that is what it's bringing. So the user can just copy, then they will make the transaction. Or if they select the USDT, so you can see the USDT wallet, which is SBSD. So this is a SBSD. So they can easily copy that also and make transaction. Once the transaction is complete, they can then come back and upload the receipt on their device. So once they upload the receipt, then they can then make the crypto deposit. So once they make the deposit, if you come to the admin side, you can see if there's any transaction, but they didn't make anything. We didn't make any transaction, so the stuff will not be completed. All right, let's talk about the domestic transfer. So the domestic transfer now is the user can make the domestic transaction on the system. So let's test it out. So we input all our details that you want to make. Let's just put a random account number. So we select the account, then we select testing. And so right now it's set. So the next thing we do is just hit transfer. So right now the system is set to send out a pin to the user by email. But currently now the word says is that kindly reach out to the account manager for transfer pin, just in case some people don't want the transfer to be completed. But right now we want the transfer to be completed because this is a demo. I have to show you how the transfer will be completed. So it has sent out a OTP. It has sent out an OTP code to the email that the user provided, and so the OTP pin will be the one to be provided here to complete the transfer. So let's get the OTP code. So yeah, right here, this is the OTP code. It's right there. It has been sent here. So this is the code right here. So let's copy the code and go back to, we are back here. So let's paste the code. So this is the code 289216. So once you submit, so the transaction will be processing. So don't worry about this page. It's supposed to have like an icon there, but the image is missing. You are going to fix it on your stuff. So yeah, the transaction has been successful. You can see there, Alessandro Emmanuel, your transaction to Emmanuel Suto has been processed. So 100% transaction has been done from your end. So the amounts, the reference ID, the bank name, the account name, and the account number. But the status is currently in progress. So you can choose to print out the receipt, the statement. So right here, so this is it. But we are not going to do that. So after this, you can choose to go back to your dashboard, which is going to be go back to home. But then I want to show you something. You can see right here is showing in progress. That means the transaction hasn't been complete. Let's go back to our home page. So the money has been deducted in our account, quite all right. So if you come back to transaction log right here, so we come to debit, you come to domestic transaction, which is going to be here. You can see the transaction is saying in progress. This is the one we completed. So you can see Suto debt transfer. This is the one where it's in progress. So now, if so, it's left for the admin to confirm the transaction or not. So let's go back to the admin side. So this is the admin side. We come back to the admin side and we will click on domestic transaction. So if you click on it, so we are going to see the transaction here that is made Soto. So you can click on view. So once we click on view, we have four options on this transaction. We can either accept the transaction, then we complete the transaction to the person that the money is being sent to, or we can actually hold onto the transaction and it will indicate for the user that the transaction is hold, or we can decline the transaction, or we can just delete the transaction altogether and sometimes will feel like it doesn't exist. But for now, let's hold the transaction. Let's click on hold. So you tell the transaction hold successfully. So if we come back to the user side, we just reload this page. It's going to indicate to the user that the transaction is on hold. So whatever you want to let the user know, then that's up to you. So this transaction is hold. But then you can come back here and decide to decline the transaction. The transaction has been declined. If we come back here and reload, it will indicate that the transaction has been cancelled. So and once you come back to the deposit dashboard here, so the money has been returned back. You know, this was 996,000, but because we will cancel the transaction will be sent back. So, but right here, I don't know if you can still accept the transaction once you approve the transaction. So I think now that we approve the transaction, the balance is supposed to be different. So but it's no more different. I think because we've cancelled it, it's no more showing. Let's come to transaction log. Okay, it's indicating completed here. I think that's because we accept it, so it's not reflecting the balance anymore. All right, once we decline the transaction, then you can choose to accept the transaction depending on your choice. So now that is that. So now let's go back to the wire transfer. The wire transfer tool goes in the same way, but the only difference is that it comes with code. It comes with a special code that you need to complete the transaction. So select the country. This is one is basically international. So let's just select the country. Okay, let's choose United States. So we really don't need zip code, but let's just put it there. You put in the routing number. So then put in the account type, which is going to be, so then put in the testing. And right here, if you should hit the transfer, it's going to prompt us to input COT code. I showed you at the admin side whereby you are setting the user account. I showed you that you can set up a transfer code for users that they'll use. So this is the COT code right here. This is the IMF code, and this is the task code. All this code will be requested when we are making a wire transfer. So let's put in the COT code, which is going to be this. So you can make it different just for the purpose of this tutorial. I made it the same. So it's request for task code now. So you input it, then you ask for IMF code after, then verify. Once you verify, so then it will also send the pin to the email. Like I said, you can choose to send the pin to the email of the user, or you can choose to make them reach out to the account manager themselves. All right, here, let's go and check the pin. So right here, this is the pin. Sorry, it was showing us the transaction details we had. So it was telling us it was on hold. Yeah, you can see 90. So it can showing us it was on hold. So let's go back. All right, the OTP. So here's the OTP right here. Let's copy it and we'll come back here and we paste it. Once you place it, the transaction will be completed. You can see to now close this page. Transaction is in progress. Yeah, the transaction has been processed. So you can see it's the same thing in progress. So if you come to the admin side, which you come to the transaction, you come to the domain wire transaction, we are going to see the transaction we made here, which is right here in progress. So we can choose to either decline, hold, accept, and whatever you know the due. So that is that on the transaction aspect of the user side. So let's go back. So we can make use of online deposit. We've done that. So virtual card, the user can generate a virtual card for themselves. So they can generate virtual. Yeah, this is the virtual card you can create. So then for the loan and mortgage, so here's the loan. So you can create and say testing. So you can just make a loan request. So the loan have successfully submitted. Kindly wait for approval. So you can see that is done. So then you just come down here. So your loan is waiting, loan in progress. So you come to the admin, you look for loan requests. So this is the one we just requested now. You can see the date. If you read, we can copy this, copy, paste it here, select, accept, then go. So then the user is supposed to have like some sort of email, receive some sort of email, then the loan has been accepted. So see, the currently have been done completed right here. So I think if you come to the loan transaction, you can see the loan that has been received. You can see it. So you can see the notification there, Alex, to inform you that your loan has been status is completed. So this is the loan. So the loan is quite effective. alone is quite effective. So the system is a very good system. So next one is transaction. You can see I've been coming here to view all the transaction. Your debit credit transaction is right here. So the debit credit transaction is right here. So you can see the money that is coming in and going out. So your wire transaction is right here. This is the one we did the other time. So your wire transaction is right here. So your domestic transaction too is right here. You can see it. So then basically the loan transaction, you see it right here. So these are the loan transaction, and then the all withdraw. In case you've initiated withdrawal, this is it. So in case you want to withdraw, you can click on withdraw. So you can make a crypto withdrawal. You can make a crypto withdrawal that you can pay your money, then select the base you want to use to withdraw, then you paste your wallet right here, then you withdraw your funds. So the admin, your fund is pending, so the admin is going to receive that right here. Withdraw transaction. So this is it right here. So you can choose to check. Then you see the wallet address. So if the admin wants to give you your money, they can easily just wire you the transaction, then tell you that it has accept, hold, or decline. As you can see, the system is quite robust and very good. Very good. So then the last one, your account manager. So this is automatically provided for you. So you can see your account manager email is supposed to be right here, but it's not set on the admin. So this is it right here. So your account manager information. You can see your account creation, your account limit, and your account type, and all that. So then the last one is the settings. So your profile settings, there isn't much right here, so you can access it, just then you check everything. So there isn't much right here. You can edit most of it. You can't edit all your information anymore. Most of it can be done on the admin side. So once your information has been inputted, you can't edit it anymore. So that is that on that. So thanks. That is that. So now let's go and create an account ourselves without using the existing account. So come here, click on it. Sorry, we need to log out because it's taking us to the login page. So you come and create account right here. So once you put that in, so let's put in a name. Let's use Brian Alex. So the currency you want to spend, you can select your currency here. Let's try to spend the euro. Let's see. Currency type. So your account type, you have two options. You can change it later on, or the admin can change it for you. Let's go for savings. Let's go for business. Let's select country. So let's put this address, maybe city, New York. Let's use New York, states, New York, zip code. Let's go for this. And next, we create our email. So let me look for email to use because we need a legit email to work. So email, your phone number, let's just use random phone number. Let's just use random phone number. Username. So username we create Brian Alex, then password. let's use user 1234 user 1234. So I guess that's good. So we need to verify your identity. So we are required by law to collect social security number, TIN, security in mind. We use OSL, not TIN to keep your account safe and secure. Only what you need. So you can see. So no credit score impact. Applying for payment bank will never impact your credit score. You can see. So let's post. So we input our SSN. So let's just input SSN number. So for so let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we put our DOB. So 4, 2, 3, 2000. So that's good. So then finalize. Then you upload your image. You upload your ID front and back. So you can see the login, you can see the creation account is what it did. So you come here. So let's look for image. Let's make use of something like this as image. So the ID. So let's just use some random image or so. Okay. Let's just random image. Random image or so. So then we submit. Not thanks. That's it. So account has been created. So okay, can we proceed? So now that the account has been created, right here it was supposed to, so right here we go back to the admin, to the main page and click on it. And we'll come here. Alright, so let's first of all check our email. Yeah, so we have our email information right here. So they've given us our account number, like I said, our account name, so email. So our status is on hold. The admin has to confirm also. You have to get, so hello Brian Alex, we are glad you choose to use our use of our financial investor. Hope you will take advantage of our wide variety of savings, methods, and loan products all designed to meet your specific need. So this is the account number. We need this because without this we can't log in. So we'll provide this. The username, the password we input, then we input it. So account is on hold, kindly contact support for activate. So we have to go for the, have to inform the admin that we've created an account. So our admin has to check us. Alright, this is our account right here. So it's on hold, as you can see, account status. So we come here and here you can see this is the image you upload. You can see our information right here. So you can just, admin will just come here to the current status and we just create active, then submit. So once that, so then if you now try to initiate a login into our account, voila, so we are having access. So let's see. So then we can input the code. They've already indicated in the email that this is our account pin. So we can change that later. So we just input 1, 2, 3, and 4, then submit. So voila, we are in our account. So this is it. So our account, there's no transaction. We chose euros as our account transaction. So because we are going to be transacting in euro, so you can see there's no any transaction here. So you can make deposits by doing this. You can fund our account through crypto. You can see you don't have any money to do domestic transfer. But this is just basically it. Once the account is created, then everything will be handled by the admin. So if you come here, so the admin can help make adjustments on this, change the gender, so then the IMF code, CCOT code, then you can decide on the marital status, then the account limits, then the tax code can be done by the admin. And if you want to activate out those codes, then the transfer code is currently activated, billing code too should be activated. So right here, so everything is controlled by the admin. I think with so then the pin can be changed here. The user too can choose to change their pin. So you can come here to your profile. Sorry, this is not the account we created. So we are talking about this. This is the new account we created. So come here. So then we can edit. Then come here and change our pin. Put in the current pin, then put in new pin. But we're not going to do that. So that's how the system works. It's a very good comprehensive system and it's going to serve you for whatever you need. You can toggle, you can make it more like this. Then it will be responsive once you bring your browser to it. So that's that. So I think we are at the end of the tutorial because I managed to show you how all the system works, how to sign up, how to set up the system, the admin, then create user, then how to manage the user from the admin, then how the user to can manage their account and what they can do on the system. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to drop a comment, your question in the comment section, or my actual line to reach me personally on WhatsApp will be provided in the link below. And if you have any other thing or any other request, or if you have a project for us, please kindly reach out and we'll be available to help you out with whatever project you need us for. So I think here concludes the tutorial on how to create this beautiful user-friendly banking platform that you can make use of for whatever project you need it for. So thank you for watching and I really appreciate you. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because your subscription will always motivate us to do more videos like this and to try to help you to let you see how it's easy to build a no-code website even though it seems super complicated. Thank you very much once again and bye for now.